2,000 years ago, a man arose and opposed the ruling class, speaking words of wisdom that changed the world. This man is so famous that our calendar was divided into before and after his birth. Today, we are going to talk about a phrase said by Jesus that intrigues even the most intelligent, whether they are religious or not. Love your enemies. But how can we act with love towards those who threaten or harm us? In today's video, we will discuss the importance of our enemies and how to use them to achieve success. If you follow sports, you won't have any trouble understanding Jesus' phrase. In a fight, if a fighter does not show up, their opponent wins, but there is no spectacle. The same goes for football or any other sport. If you have no competitors, with whom will you compare your points to see if you have improved or worsened? Without enemies, there are no battles, and without battles, there is no glory in victory. Even in video games, imagine you spent a lot on that new online game, woke up early on Sunday excited to play, spent an hour creating your character and distributing skill points, but upon connecting, there is no one to fight. There's no fun, and without enemies, there's no way to improve your skills. Life is the same. You need them, although you may not want to admit it. First, we need to talk about resentment. If you harbor something like this in your heart, learn to forgive and move on. People who do not forgive hold on to resentment and spend a lot of energy thinking about the person they should forgive. This energy should be used in your journey towards the future, not to cling to a past you should let go. Remember that forgiving does not mean being naive. If you lend money to someone and they cannot repay, forgiving the debt is one thing. Lending again is something completely different. Trust is hard to gain but can be easily lost. When you forgive, you free yourself to continue your journey with or without your offender. That choice is yours alone. Have you been deeply hurt and cannot forgive and move on? Leave a comment and we can talk more about overcoming and forgiveness in the next video. Consider following the channel and activating the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Let's talk about modeling. If you know who your competitors are, observe their successful actions and model that behavior. Avoid their disastrous actions. A bad example is still a good example of what not to do. Your competitors invest in ideas that often fail, and you can avoid that path, saving financial resources and time that can be applied to other ideas. Stimulated by adversity. Your enemies are naturally your opponents. They will try to make you give up on your dreams. But remember, if there are enemies on your path, it means you are heading in the right direction. In business, your competitors push you to find new solutions to problems, making you strive to do more and better, preferably cheaper. Look at how humanity has grown and developed. Things that were once rare have become common and accessible. Today, even homeless people accept credit cards and conduct online transactions on their smartphones connected to satellite internet. This would have been unthinkable 20 years ago, but it is possible today because men are driven by their adversaries to always do more and better, benefiting all of humanity. Traps to avoid with enemies. Be aware of who you are and what you are capable of. Know which battles to fight and which to avoid. Never let insults get to your head. Stay calm and fight to change what is within your reach. Invest in yourself and your abilities, avoiding wasting energy on foolish arguments that will only result in resentment and bitterness. Even if you win an argument, you have already lost. Arguments are like wars. No matter the winner, there are always human and financial losses on both sides. Consider what your enemies say about you. What was said rudely or offensively may be the best thing you needed to hear. As stated in the book, The 48 Laws of Power, learn to use your enemies. If you can buy a man's loyalty, he will work 3 times harder to prove he is worthy of your trust, and he will be one less opponent on the battlefield. Notice how large companies often buy startups that could be a future problem, removing them from the market and incorporating their solutions. If you liked the video, consider following the channel and activating the notification bell. Your comment is very important so you can receive better content in the future. Thank you very much.